Exactly. Oh, good interview. Good interview. Good interview.
So nice to meet you.
So you got a kid?
No, well, my exes might as well be my child. I pay alimony.
Oh, you got caught up, huh? So he got you.
Yeah.
He got you.
Good.
Yeah.
Got a good.
Yeah.
Got a
Yeah,
good.
he got you.
Bad.
I don't know whether to be happy or
I mean, happy because I got out of it.
no, happy for the nigga.
Oh, I'm
See,
so glad you didn't say that on
Shit,
the podcast.
he came up on $500,000.
Yeah, I'm happy for the nigga. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because it's good sometimes for the man to win. See the
Why?
But you see what
When
I'm
he's
saying?
fully capable, when he's an adult, older than me, fully capable of working, a licensed professional, but used the system to come up, took advantage of me. You okay with that?
No, just because it's you personally, no. But watch what I'm about to tell you.
Tell me.
Women been doing it to men since the beginning of
Doesn't
time.
make it right.
Oh, yes, the fuck it.
I don't agree with you taking advantage of a system because it's there.
No.
I don't agree with that.
Only
Damn, we should have did this on the show.
Cameras are still rolling.
Yeah, only because it's you, I'm concerned. Because we have a relationship now. Or if it was my daughter, I would be concerned. But the fact is, it's a system that's there to be taken advantage of.
So I don't think that she realizes that this is being recorded. I'm not sure how she feels. She may be embarrassed. I believe this clip went viral. And you can see the cameraman trying to adjust this to make sure he get this additional content, which I see sometimes. Sometimes some of the best conversations happen off cam before the podcast start and after the podcast start.
You should because you can. Is that what you're saying?
I'm at the point in life, however the cards play out for you, and the way you lay your head down on the pillow at night, you got to be happy. If that means he had to do what he had to do to get you, I'm sorry that he did that shit. Listen to me. I'm sorry, darling.
You say you're anti-child support. You gotta be anti-people taking advantage of the
I'm
system.
sorry that happened to you. But I guarantee as you move forward through life, you'll never make that motherfucking decision again.
I never would. It's the most expensive mistake I made.
That's my point about the same stuff I was saying about life. The same thing I looked.
It's crazy. When y'all started talking, I looked at Rachel. I thought she was still wearing the ring.
Oh my God, no.
I'm talking. So what I'm saying is,
I need to be saved now.
Your experiences have taught you who to stay away from and who to talk. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
That's my point, love.
But that, I mean, we have to congratulate him.
No. As a G, salute that nigga. If I saw the nigga out buying, now like I said, but it's personal now because we family.
It's personal.
We family now. We family. I feel sorry that happened for you.
Thank you.
You know, but for the system, that's one for the fucking crew.
There are a lot of people who think like you. There are a lot of people who do.
Salute that nigga. God damn.
Donnie, did you get all of that?
Yeah, we've been rolling.
Okay.
I love it.
I want that cut out as a social breakout before the interview. I want to post that today.
What you want to post?
What y'all just talking?
Because it's a big deal. Because he's not black, too, by
He's
the
a
way.
white belt.
Oh, even better. What? Good for him. Yeah.
All I took from that is that you rejoice in the downfall of women.
Get that on tape.
Rejoices in the downfall of black. That's all I heard.
She talk about domestic violence. She let a white motherfucker pimple to the game and got a fucking half fucking million. Who raised you?
A federal judge.
Oh my God.
Look, man, under normal circumstances, speaking from what I believe is the ideal male answer, that's not manly. That's what's expected. However, I think this is good because what it's starting to show is that this whole system has been effed up and jacked up for a long period of time. And now that the tables are turning to where women are starting to share in the economic success that is our system, it comes with the weight. It's not just the benefit, it's the responsibility. So I personally think it's great because it'll have them now thinking twice and then starting to kind of see what we've been saying all along, that there shouldn't be a demise that way. So it warms my heart. And I digress.
Wow. Warms your heart. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Brittany. What are your thoughts about the clip?
It was disgusting. His reaction. I'm glad she could laugh about her situation, but it's like, dang, like, really? I didn't like it.
What didn't you like about it?
It felt like, he was taunting her. And it's like, oftentimes, men want to say, oh, you knew who you was dealing with, or you got to make better decisions and all that. Yes, but like, why are you taunting the lady? She just lost a lot of money to a able-bodied man. And I get it happens to men all of the time, but like, I just felt like it was tasteless.
Yeah, I agree. It was kind of disgusting. I mean, I'm not sure how much. I mean, women may brag to their friends that they got alimony, but we don't do that. Like, it's just not right. I feel like men and women are doing the same thing these days because we are able to make as much as men are making now. So they out here to do the same thing. I actually watched that TV show, that reality show, and I watched the whole thing when they got married and they were together for a while. And at first I thought it was like, okay, he don't really want her. And then I thought like, okay, maybe he do, because he stayed with her for years just to get what he got. So I just think it's a setup on, men and women are doing this now. But I definitely didn't like how he taunted it and just displayed it.
Yeah, I see. Seems like the ladies don't like it. It ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun. I mean, that's what it seemed like. But I'm sure some of you ladies have fellow friends or maybe family members who was able to benefit or maybe even come up on a situation like this. Look, it happens, man. It happens. It's not against the law. He didn't break the law. He didn't do anything legally wrong. He did everything within the frame of the law. So, I mean, we can't be mad. We may not like it because you think it's distasteful because he, laughed and joked at the woman. But at the end of the day, unless you've been on the other side, you will have no idea how it really feels. You know what I'm saying? You work so hard for so long, and then all of a sudden this woman who things could not work out between us, all of a sudden she gets some of my pension, or she gets a portion of whatever I bring home every month. It's like, damn, I mean, we both been working. We both out here grinding, but why just because I make a few more dollars than her that she's entitled to take what she's able to take? I mean, that's the law. And men have to accept it. So ladies, shoes on the other foot, you guys got to accept it. It is what it is. So
what I find most distasteful about this is that he's laughing on someone else's downfall and someone that he calls family or friend. And I think that anybody that is in my circle that laughs at my downfall or laughs at something that is done to me that is impacting me in a major way, such as that, I cannot call you friend or family, because I would not do the same to you, man or woman. Another thing I found distasteful is that I get it. This happens to men all the time, and it's not right just because it happens to men, and it's not right because it happens to women. But at the end of the day, at what point are we going to have a system where we have to stop? This is more so for the system. It's like, it's always, nothing's ever really changed until something drastic happens. At what point are we going to occupy that change or demand that change, or something in place to where it's a little bit more of an equal playing field? However, this does happen a lot to men, and I get that. And so the situation has to be the same with women. But it's nothing to laugh at, and it's nothing to make fun of for somebody else, because at the end of the day, you can say, oh, she knew who she was getting into, but people are also good at wearing masks. People are also really good at playing in your face as if they love you and they care about you. But then the entire time they're sitting up there preying on your demise or trying to figure out a way, and you won't even know. And sometimes it's the person that's actually closest to you. So we also have to remember that as well. But at no point is it right to laugh at someone for something like that. That's the only thing that really got to me.
I think that's, listening to the last lady, She said it's not okay to laugh, but she's on a podcast, and honest views are appreciated on podcasts because people watch these type of podcasts because they want to hear truth. They want to hear raw truth. They don't want to hear the bull crap CBS. They can watch soap operas if they want to hear something fake. The truth is that man was laughing through pain. Men are laughing because it's painful on the other side. So men laughing at it is not really laughing so much at her, but it's laughing because it's almost like saying, finally we get one. It's like we never get anything and finally we got a lick. So that's a laugh, not of a humiliation, but rather it's a laughing through the pain situation. And this is, I see it constantly in the court system where men are having to pay alimony, spousal support, child support, all her medical bills, and so on and so forth. A man's paycheck sometimes is 70% taken because that is the legal limit. Legally, they can't take more than 70% of a man's paycheck. So men go through this way too often. So yeah, it's not funny when the rabbit has a gun. It's really not. And I think it's kind of disingenuous to say that women don't laugh when they do the same thing. I mean, we have famous examples of this happening to women. Britney Spears, I believe Halle Berry, when she got her divorce, she had to pay alimony because alimony is not just spousal support. Alimony is in regards to lifestyle. A person is rewarded alimony when they are taken from their lifestyle they lived previously to another lifestyle for a significant amount of time. If I grew up poor and you put me in the hills and you make me have this luscious life or luxurious life, and then after we divorce, I'm out on the streets again. I no longer know how to survive. I've been a housewife for you for 10 plus years. That is unfair in the court's view. So because of that lifestyle change, you are awarded alimony. It's not awarded to most people. Alimony is not something that is even common. So if that was rewarded to that man, then there was a significant life change for him that was worthy of an alimony settlement. Lastly, I had it on the top of my head. I'm sorry. Okay, I was talking about Britney Spears and Halle Berry, and I forgot my last point. So I'll just leave it there, I guess.
All right, Kelly, would you want to respond?
Yeah, I do want to respond. As I stated earlier, I stated that I get it, right? I'm not saying that, oh, women shouldn't give alimony. I mean, obviously the system was brought up for a specific type of reason, and that is fine. What isn't fine is laughing on either side. I never said it was, oh, women never laugh at the men. As a matter of fact, I said it's wrong to laugh at someone else's demise or someone else's downfall when you are claiming to be close with somebody. If I've been in the situations where I've had my own women friends had to pay certain things towards the man, and not one time did I sit up there like, oh my God, finally, or even vice versa. When other women have came up, I'd be like, all right, well, how long are you going to be on this? What's going to be your next move? Are you going to be on this for a long time? That's that and versa. The thing is, we all have to stop laughing at someone else because of their situation. Okay, cool. He came up. Great. Good for him. Okay. So are we going to keep doing this? Are we going to keep being like, ha ha ha, I got my lick back. Good. Sucks for you. But finally, you guys see. Or are we going to start being able to have actual discussions and conversations around a simple thing? Well, hey, I know this was like thing, but like this is what men go through, and actually gone and taken that time on a podcast such as that to actually give more insight, like, hey, like this is what people go through, and really share experiences or whatever the case may be. But to make a laughing stock out of her,
screw that. No, laugh. I think the men should laugh, and they should laugh hard. Laugh in front of their faces. Women have had years, decades, generations of doing this. I think the men deserve a couple of years of laughing. I do. I don't care about the feelings. I don't care that their feelings are hurt. I don't.
That's good for you, but at the same time, this is a human being, just like the men are too. I'm not saying you can't laugh. If he wants to laugh, great, that's on him. But at the end of the day, it's still like you're calling someone your friend and then laughing at her for not being for something that has nothing to do with you. As a matter of fact, like you're laughing at her but you're like, I feel sorry for you, but I'm laughing at you. That doesn't make sense. It's contradictory. So at the end of the day, you want to laugh, go right ahead, but it's still wrong. Still like not cool to the person that may be going through something. And if the shoe was on the other foot and it was a dude and the girl laughed in his face that his ex came up, oh, she would have got heat. She would have got mad heat. And that would have probably been the topic on this podcast. And we would have had almost everybody in the chat downplaying her, calling her all sorts of names. So it's like, at the end of the day, wrong is wrong. You can't sit there and justify it.
I know everybody's speaking more towards how the guy was acting with the laughing and all of that. I think everybody can agree that that was distasteful. But in regards to the paying alimony itself, is really based on who's making more money, right? So I think what's fair is fair. I think there's this, mindset still where we're trapped between tradition and modern living, so to speak. So is this idea behind, well, it makes sense if women get alimony, right? Because you're expecting the man to be the provider for, most of the time relationship. But now more and more you have women that are making, exceedingly more money than the men that they're with. And so if it's really based on who's making more money, then I think it's fair. Of course, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't like it, but it is fair. What I don't like though is, and this doesn't matter who, is that if you are able-bodied and you have skills to get a job, work, take care of yourself, I do not think alimony should be paid. Even if you become accustomed, to a lifestyle, you never had that lifestyle until you got with that person. And so I don't think it's fair that a man or a woman has to maintain someone's lifestyle. If you have skills where you can be employed and get a job and take care of yourself as an adult. You might be used to living in a mansion, but majority of people don't live in a mansion. So if you have to get an apartment and you can afford, that's what you can afford based on your skills, then you do that. The only thing that I do agree with is that if a woman or man, because now you do have stay-at-home dads, put their lives on hold in terms of building careers, and they are the ones that are the primary caretakers and taking care of the children, and they're not being able to add on to their employability skills during the course of the marriage, I do think that is a reason to receive alimony. Just on a quick thing that I looked, most divorces, you're not paying alimony, spousal support. It was saying is like maybe 10% of divorces. So that's one thing. And then on top of that, the vast majority aren't, because they're not making a significant amount of money in terms of that big gap. Typically, most people aren't making huge amounts of money where they will be required. And then it also said that it's only temporary. It's not necessarily for the rest of your life. There's a cutoff amount of time in which you would receive alimony. And that's typically if you need to build skills, they would have to pay out until you're able to do that, or just for a specified amount of time. So, I mean, Mary J, she was another one that had to pay. So it is what it is at this point. Just don't marry anybody that make that much more money than you.
Does a man receiving alimony make him smart or soft?
I think it's a mix, because like I said, we're stuck between the traditional idea of men being the providers and women being taken care of financially. So when you do see a man that utilizes the system the same way women utilize the system, we will have a tendency to be calling, oh, he a punk, you know, he shouldn't do that. He's taking advantage, all of those things, because we see men as the ones that should be the ones paying women. But I mean, we're in a new age where, you know, women are making that kind of money.
All right. Go ahead, chime in, Viz.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, we can't hear you on mute, sir.
Let him go ahead.
All right, I think he was responding. He already went already, but he just responded.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, one of y'all go. Go ahead, Hank.
Yeah, go ahead. I go. So the thing about it, it's okay. And y'all will be okay. Y'all will be at the divorce parties and knowing these women are about to automatically get this child support and they automatically get custody. See, there's no sympathy for the man with that situation. Fuck the money. The money's not important to most men. It's not even about it. But if there's some kid involved and that man don't get the opportunity of getting custody of the kid, and the woman majority of the time gets custody of the kid, see, there's no sympathy for that man. Y'all don't have no heart out for that man. But you know when it's going to change? The law is going to change when more women suffer like this man, like this woman did. Once that happens, and they start to get a little lopsided, when there's more so men getting alimony than women get it, then it will change. But right now, too many women are still benefiting from this. So they're not going to complain. So the laws are not going to change it until they start suffering enough. When they start suffering enough, then a change will come. But not until then.